American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Let us pray. God, we ask for your blessings and for your help to keep everyone healthy and safe. We pray you look after our first responders and emergency personnel and keep them out of harm's way. Please give those of us here at this table the wisdom to make wise decisions for the people we serve. And Lord, also we ask you to be with each and every one of us as we move forward with every day ahead. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Not wanting to. Well, it had to restart and I started early and it didn't do that. Okay, first item on the agenda is public comments. Okay, thank you. The next item is our consent agenda. Any questions or comments? Or yes, sir.
Instead of the, and this is a small thing, it's not the Piper hanger, it's the Piper, P-I-P-E-R.
Oh,
Okay, on the previous minutes?
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you, I looked up
P-I-P-E-R.
P-I-P-E-R.
Yeah, it's like the plane.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Okay.
I don't
No, no,
even
no.
know. I don't even
Well,
remember if I read those.
I tried to look up and I couldn't find, yeah, it's okay.
I
couldn't
mean,
find
it's a little thing, but I thought, well,
No, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments on the consent agenda items? Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, on our regular agenda, item 1, consider and/or approve the facility use request by the Chamber of Commerce. And Fritzy is here with the Chamber. Thank you for being here.
Yes, well, thank you for having me this morning. I'm sure you all have received a copy of our
Yes,
applications
had a
and our
copy.
letter.
Mhm.
The chamber last year held our first Skyline soiree at Connor's rented hangar from the airport. And I think we had a wonderful turnout. We had 126 people there for hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, dinner and dancing, and turned out really well. Everybody was quite well behaved, I might add. And so we're first requesting permission to utilize that again on November 1st of this year to have the same type of event. Our second event is I've visited with Ashley, and we would like to do a murder mystery dinner at the museum. We're considering that for August 7th with your approval. It'll be a much smaller crowd, approximately 50 people. We'll bring in a catered meal and then just do the murder mystery. Events by Elaine is hosting that dinner, or she'll write the story for it.
August 9th.
August 9th. I don't know why I keep saying the 7th. I'm sorry.
What-
Thank you,
what-
Ashley.
It's my birthday.
What day is that?
It's on Saturday, August 9th.
It's a Saturday, okay. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to do some fun things, and we want to utilize all the wonderful historical events we can. And we think the museum would be absolutely perfect for the murder mystery.
I do too.
That's,
And Ashley has some ideas. There's an unsolved murder in Hutchinson County. What'd you say, from 27?
Yes.
The district attorney that was murdered here, it's unsolved. And
Really?
Ashley tells me it's the original.
When did that happen?
In 1927,
Oh.
1928.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why the Texas Rangers were brought in, was because of the murder of John Holmes.
Hmm.
I've been researching for Irwin.
Yeah, so he might be our murder to solve.
Right.
Well, the event at the hangar was great.
Well, thank you.
I was there.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Anybody have any questions for Fritzie? Or do I hear a motion to approve both of those requests?
I'll make a motion to approve both the events at the hangar in November and the murder mystery at the museum.
Okay, and is that waiving the fees also?
Yeah, I'd like to waive the fees.
And at both events, you will have security if there's alcohol available.
Yes, ma'am. We
Yeah.
will have our special event insurance for each event is 3 million. And then we also will have security for both of those.
Right. Okay. All right, so we have a motion. Did I hear a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, I'll get these signed and I'll just email them back to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
so
you,
much.
Fritzie.
Thank you.
Come see us anytime.
I sure will. Bye.
All right, item 2 is to consider and or approve the $5,000 continuation bond for Tiffany Phelan, the deputy county auditor. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the $5,000 for Tiffany Phelan. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 3 is to consider and or approve road and bridge equipment to be placed in the Purple Wave auction. And Dwayne sent me a list of auction items. It's a 2002 Chevy fire truck, a 2001 John Deere tractor, and a John Deere mower, correct, Dwayne? Okay, those 3.
This is just some surplus stuff that we don't use anymore. It does not have to be replaced.
Okay. So it's just sitting.
There's a fire truck and a mower and a what?
It's,
Tractor?
yeah, a mower and a tractor, yeah. And the list is attached to your agenda.
Is that the tractor to Fritchburn?
Yes.
Any questions for Dwayne, or do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the stated Purple Wave.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Jerry, where are we at with that?
Jensen is gonna be here this week to take pictures
Oh, good. Okay,
of the Tahoes that are behind the sheriff's office.
right. So,
I'll get it and Dwayne will get tied together.
good.
Stuff on it.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, item 4 on the agenda is to consider and or approve putting some used furniture in the Purple Wave auction. So Dwayne reached out to me because I guess we have quite a storage of old chairs, desks.
Yes, chairs, and then those benches that came out of the top of the courthouse.
Okay,
Stored out there.
right. And I think we have a bunch of stuff stuck around here too, don't we?
There's not a whole lot, but I think the benches, what Eddie took over there,
Yes, sir.
that come out of the penthouse one time.
That's exactly.
That come out of the observation
Uh-huh.
of the district, when they had that deck up there.
Right.
And we could look and see, but I don't think there's some here, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot, but we could at least get some pictures of them and get those to Jensen also.
We'll go through the next couple of days and check it out,
Okay.
see if we got anything else.
Okay.
Right, but
I'll get it in for you, what we got over there. Exactly.
perfect.
I think we got everything out of the penthouse, I know, but I think there's some up there in the upstairs. Maybe.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve putting the used furniture in Purple Wave auction.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 5 is to consider and or approve submitting an insurance claim to TAC for the damage on the 2017 Caterpillar grader. Y'all saw the insurance claim. I think Leisha attached that to the agenda.
Oh, the claim, but it
Um,
says repair in-house, but how much is in-house gonna be?
Right now, we should get it finished tomorrow. So far into it, we have about 4,500 in parts and $4,537 in 2 tires. So we're right at about 9,000. I figure by the time it's completed, it
10.
should be around 10,000.
10,000?
It should be ready to go one day this month. If we can get the sensors, pick everything up. It's a computer work to do to get it lined out, and it should be fine.
So do we want to turn this into?
Well, if you're already working on it, it's a little late to be turning it in.
Right.
We should have talked about it before we started. I think we probably should have looked to turn it in.
Did we at one time talk about a threshold or no? You know, like, well, if the claim's not gonna be over a certain amount,
I don't,
no,
I don't recall.
Oh, we talked about, it, we never decided on.
really made a decision on that.
what's the deductible?
This is actually equipment.
Was it 1,000? I'm not sure now.
I think it is.
Big wasn't it?
$5,000 for mobile equipment.
So what do y'all want to do?
Honestly, I think we should have got it looked at anyway before we started on it. Then you can make the decision what's going to do.
So,
We still got all the pictures and receipts and for everything. We kept that all, so we still have all the paperwork on it. Didn't know if y'all wanted to file a claim on it.
right,
I think we need to look at it and just see before we say no. Look at. If you got all the pictures and stuff, please take a look at it.
so yes, turn it in.
I would. That doesn't mean you have to do it, but
Well, if we turn it in, then,
Usually whenever we submit the claim, they just approve it and they send us a check.
right, well, we can't, there's no turning back, I don't think, after we turn all that information in, right?
Well, and it's also important to get that thing together in case we have more fires.
Yeah, I had to get it going ASAP because that's one of the only machines I can hook to a people out with too. Jumped on it real quick.
Sure. Thoughts?
Well, even if we turn it in, Dwayne can still bring us this stuff to look at. I guess, I mean, right?
Whatever y'all decide.
whether it's turned in or not is something you gotta look at, but that's why we carry insurance. And we're supposed to take a look at that.
Right. I think we just had that discussion one time that if the claim wasn't gonna be, I mean, it's only really actually $5,000 more than the deductible, that we wouldn't turn those in, so our insurance wouldn't just keep going up.
I don't remember having that discussion, but
Thought we did.
Well, I mean, it's like we talked about a dozen different options. I mean, we never came to a decision.
No, we didn't come to a decision. We just had a discussion.
So I mean, we're telling everybody, basically just do it. I mean, if we're not gonna make a discussion or a decision on the discussion, then we're at where we're at before we even started the discussion. So
Or maybe that's a discussion for another time. Like we could put that on next time's agenda and we could make some decisions on how we want to proceed in the future.
if we want to set a threshold, I mean,
Yeah.
we just have to have I mean, I see both sides. I mean, it's that. I mean, if you do it with the building, I mean, there's negatives on both sides. And we need to have a black and white representation from our court to tell people what to do, so we don't
So there's
have
no
another
confusion.
incident and then we
Right.
talk about, didn't we talk about this again
Right.
like 6 months ago?
Same old thing. Yeah.
We need to, that'll be a policy.
There's a lot of difference between a vehicle and a building.
I agree,
And the deductibles aren't the same and everything else is different, but
but if we don't have it set in stone, then somebody, if a building, I can be like, oh, I can just get it done at a building. We'll talk about it later.
Only thing I remember.
We just need to
is that
protect
all
our,
Claims had to come to court before us.
Right.
submitted them.
yeah.
just another one of those things we need to shore up on our end, communication to our people so they know what we expect.
I could add that to the conversation, that if we ever find a time when the policy committee can meet, then we'll add that to that conversation also. And then bring that to the court for approval. So I guess at this point, no on this claim or yes? Do what?
I don't care, whatever y'all want to do, but I just don't like it being an afterthought.
Well, I say yes, and then we decide how we're gonna change that in the future.
So turn this claim in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Is that your motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to turn in the claim for the tractor grader.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. So you'll get all that stuff to Alicia, right? Okay, thanks, Dwayne. All right, item 6 is to consider and or approve out-of-state travel for the juvenile department. So the juvenile department has a couple of trainings that they are scheduled, one in Norman, Oklahoma for a handle with care that Chief Sharp and Amber Wells are going to, and the other conference is for the West Texas Chiefs Association in Ruidoso, New Mexico. I think they have it there every single year for Chief Sharp to go to that one. So do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the out-of-state travel for juvenile department.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
It was weird. They had the West Texas and New Mexico.
I know, but it's closer.
I know.
It's closer for everyone.
Crazy, isn't it?
We've talked about it. We don't think we can get by with it though. And plus, I don't have a place big enough. Item 7 is to consider and or approve the purchase of jail transportation van. And y'all saw the quotes that were attached to the agenda.
Here's another one that came in this morning, so I'm gonna do that to them as well.
Let me give one.
Thanks.
Oh. I'll give mine to you when we're done.
As in, discussed in the budget portion of this is, using, during budget time, using SB funds to purchase a new jail van. One, currently have is about 155,000 miles. So definitely for longer trips. Purchase. So this would be out of SB funds, a remainder of the some SB funds. So this will have plenty in there after our step increases and whatnot. There's still plenty in there to do that. Ended up getting 2 different bids. reached out to several different companies, and vans are a little more specialty as far as the upfitting side of it. I could buy a van all day long. It's just the companies and them actually doing the work and getting the cages and the camera equipment and all that stuff. It's a little more difficult, but I did find the one that you got in your packet was the Dana Fleet Safety. And for a purchase of the van, the upfit on the van ended up being that 67,823. And the one that I just hand built here, it's a little confusing on that because he put the wrong quantity in there. He put 2 on there. So if you look on that front page, and you'll see that the total it was the subtotal portion. So you take that original, the total amount, and divide that by 2, then get your subtotal there. 76,454 is what one van would cost us on their quote through through Cat Fleet. So in this situation, if I have the 2, don't want me to try to expand and look at a bigger footprint. If I do, it'll probably be it. There's a company in Wisconsin that does it. There's one in Baltimore that does it. These are all Texas owned companies. So this is what I could get on more than questions from you?
So the price on the second one is you got 60 on this one page, but it's actually.
Right, that's just for the 2 vans that the quantity is the 60 on that one. So that's the 2 vans, that's not upfitting.
It's actually 70, what is it?
74. Yeah.
74. Mhm.
Right, 76,454 is with one van and the upfit through Cat Fleet. And then the other one was the 67 through Dana Fleet Safety. Also on the Cat Fleet one, they quoted the wrong color on that one, so I'd have to change that on there. They had that issue with their quote. On the Dana Fleet Safety, everything was correct on it, the color was accurate on it. And it's quite a bit cheaper, so I would definitely prefer to go that route as well.
So are you recommending the lower bid one?
Mhm.
Correct.
The 2
60.
tips?
Yes.
67.
Dana Fleet Safety.
What's the turnaround time on all these? Did they give you any
120
idea?
days is what they said.
All of them said that?
Cat Fleet didn't, he literally sent that to me this morning. He didn't tell me a time frame.
Uh-huh.
Dana Fleet Safety said 120 days.
Just on the white one, it says it's immediate. The delivery ETA.
Well, on the
So if they-
upfitting part of it is,
Oh, okay.
so
I got
Cat
it.
Fleet, they have to ship their stuff to either Dallas or Houston to upfit. Dana Fleet Safety ships theirs to Lubbock, and they do the upfitting. So that's really depending on how many cars have been ordered and how many things are getting upfitted, put you in a kind of in a queue. And then you just hit where you hit. Line.
Typically for what you're using this for, that's a couple is about all you ever get anyway in the bid, isn't it?
Yeah, that was, I was
Sometimes one.
trying, I even emailed Alicia, I was like, I'm trying to get some more, but
Everybody likes to do the upfitting.
that's the hard part, is getting them in to get these, all the equipment put into them. There's a lot of equipment that
A
goes.
regular vehicle, you can get plenty, but
Another thing is, depending on the type of unit you look at, air conditioning unit, heating unit, or the back of the van too. Some of these were inserting units into it, and you have to buy these another $5,000 or $6,000 piece of equipment just so you can get the air conditioning and heating back as well. The one that we looked at here is the Chevy Express version, which is very similar to the upfit we have on the old one, but it's the Chevy instead of Ford. And talking with Monica, the old van that we had was a Chevy Express, and it had their preference was this van. It had a little bit of a lower profile, didn't have a tall roof and kind of blew you around on
Right.
So this one's a little bit lower profile.
Any other questions for the sheriff? Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the jail van for two tips. $67,823.13.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. The next item on the agenda is reports from our Hutchinson County Library and Hutchinson County Museum. Nancy, you want to start? Just give us a quick update on what's going on museum? I mean, the library, I'm sorry.
Sure, that's okay. And I did submit my monthly report to the.
Yeah, I think it was
board.
attached. Yeah.
So we completed a surprise audit successfully in our board meetings, and we did have one corrective action. We do not have a cash register downstairs. So Leisha's office checked out an official receipt book to Cynthia. So all money transactions, she records on those receipts, and then we attach them to the cash report. Because of course, with our cash registers, we have, our tapes that we attach to those. So now at least she'll have a receipt that she can attach to hers. Okay. And that was a great suggestion. So thank you very much. And since then, they have come back to re-audit, and she successfully completed everything. So it's been implemented without any problems. Since November 2024, we have been hosting Medicare information classes. I wanted to start in November because that's when, that open enrollment period is. And, just feel like there's a lot of seniors that, need the information from year to year, as well as getting signed up initially. So and they've been very well attended. So I've been working to get classes started in Bridge, and our first one we will host will be March 11th. So excited about that. And then our new children's coordinator, Lindsay, she's got so many new ideas. Our story time numbers have doubled. And Lindsay started a new story time on Thursday afternoons after school at 4. So that way we can, get the kids that are in school to come. So we've implemented that in Borger and Stinnett. And then Borger, like that first time we had 26 kids, 11 adults. Stinnett had 9 kids and 5 parents. And so
And what's the age?
What age group do you have that for?
Well, pretty much, baby in arms up to, 4th grade.
Okay.
But then some of them are older because,
Because the
bring
siblings
the
come.
kids,
Yeah.
all the ones that they
Right.
have. So that's turned out really well. And of course, with her being at Paul Belton, then a lot of her students are coming. So that's what, one of her hesitations was, she was going to miss her kids.
Right.
So that has really helped us grow. I'm also, trying to continue to work to get our numbers up in Stinnett. And in case you haven't been down there, you might swing by and check out. We brought over the fire truck in hopes that it would entice some kids. The Kiwanis were the ones who made that for us. And then last week I talked with Fire Marshal Pender about hosting an evacuation fire preparedness. Because I know, haven't gone through it, in the panic moment, it would be great to have a checklist, for people to go through. So he said, we'll go ahead and he's working on that, and then he'll get a date and get back with me. Then I told him, go ahead and give him the information about Everbridge. So people, can go ahead and get signed on to that. And then they also have lock boxes at a homeowner's. And I'm not as familiar with that program, but basically the person puts their house key in this lockbox. The first responders have the codes for that, so that way they can gain access, in a very quick, timely manner without, breaking down your door or busting a window. So he's also going to give them information on that as well. And then, of course, but also mentioned to him, we're going to do books, boots, and badges. So he's the one who usually, gets everybody organized and a date for that. And then I'm working currently on my step plan, so I'll have it to y'all soon. And I'm in the process of the annual state accreditation report. And then to meet the state requirements for part of this accreditation, I'm required to do 10 hours of continuing ed. So I've already got my hours completed. So that again, is every year. And then we're also gearing up for the summer reading program. Lindsay is going to businesses and dropping off the donation letter, but introducing herself, to all of our businesses. So we are already starting to receive donations. And of course, all of those go to the Friends of the Library. And then from there, she'll get the list of what all, we need for the summer reading program, and then they approve it and pay for it. So another idea I had was getting the community, meeting the needs of the community. So we're talking about maybe hosting a community day once a quarter. So our topics that we've come up with so far, one would be health and wellness. And like maybe we were thinking about getting Golden Plains Hospital. And I can't remember the name of the company, Julie Winters and Rico do.
Aspire, yeah.
Yeah, Aspire.
Aspire.
Having them come, and then maybe, FPC cosmetology. We would host it, of course, in the club room. And then, kind of work with the vendors and see time-wise, I was thinking like going out at 10 to 2 so people, could come, the early risers generally come in the morning, and then, that allows some to actually come over on their lunch hour if they're still currently working. So we'll also have outreach. And we were thinking Living Waters, the Veteran Services, Panhandle Community Connect Services, and then the AgriLife Extension. I did see where they are hosting a fall, like falling down seminar. So
I thought you meant like spring.
Yeah, that's what I thought I better say.
A season.
Yeah, a season.
No, these are good tips.
Yeah,
balance.
definitely.
So I was very interested to see that. So we've contacted them, make sure we can get some sort of a bulletin or something advertising that. And I would love to have them, have it, at our place versus, they've already got this one set. Another one we were looking at was career and education, like getting Texas Workforce Commission, Texas Rehabilitation. They're from Pampa, and they work with disabled people to help them get a job. So, and then of course, Helping Hands, and then again, FPC, and then also kind of going over, our library, all of our databases that, they have access to for free, like GED tests, they can go through the program for that, and computer skills and, other things. And then I am also actively serving as president for the Harrington Library Consortium, which that encompasses, 41 libraries in the Panhandle. So, and I know we've had a few out with medical stuff, so having to fill in up at the front. So in case, I don't get back real quick with emails, then that means I'm working up front. So just to give you.
You are busy.
How about
Yes.
a program on how not to tear up your shoulders? I would like that.
It's a little too late.
Maybe you could fall
I'm on
under the
the deal.
AgriLife
Well,
extension.
seriously, I read your report, and it
Okay.
looks like y'all are pretty getting things going pretty good, a lot of
Yes.
activity.
Well, and it started including our patron counts because, that reflects, sure, we give you an end of year total, 32,000 people come through the libraries. But like on a monthly basis, I think it's good, I'm shocked sometimes to see how many people come through our doors.
Actually came through.
So very blessed.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, Ashley, from the museum.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As you heard with Miss Fritzie this morning, we have some exciting things planned with the chamber. That's one of many ideas that we've thrown around in our meetings together. I'm just getting my feet wet. It's been an exciting month, I'll tell you that. Between both of my employees, well, I have one part-time who's never sick, but my full-time and my part-time had COVID or been in the hospital the whole time I've been there. So there's been a lot of Saturdays worked and a lot of working late, but that's okay. That's all part of the job. I've been put into the Panhandle Area Museum Directors Group. We've got some things planned with the White Deer Land Museum in Tampa. Got some things planned with the Charles Goodnight Museum. We're just kind of in the talking stages about it. So they're going to have a big festival at the Charles Goodnight Museum down in Clarendon. Thank you. Thank you. It's called the Invention Convention, and they would like for us to come and meet some of their people that come to that museum so we can start sharing in our groups. And every 2 months, we go to different museums and visit them and eat lunch with them and just brainstorm on what we can do to get more people through our doors. The Friends of the Museum and I are going to work together to do some more programming to get more adults in, and those kiddos. We're going to get more kids in our museum. So as of right now, that's what I'm doing. And our staff, we've had some interesting people. We've had 3 people in the last month and a half that have come in that are writing books about the area.
Oh, sweet.
Who have been researching our oil boom and farming boom. People don't realize what an amazing farming community we had here first before the oil hit. So it's just an adventure, and I'm excited to get it going. So. But that's all I have. I don't have a whole.
Okay, no, you're busy.
We're working,
Yeah.
working on it. If I can get everybody healthy and well.
Yeah.
And a full staff, that would be great.
All right.
So thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Good info. Okay, item 9 on the agenda is to consider and or approve any, I should have changed that. I'm sorry. I changed that and I didn't change it on all of them. To just do any updates on the ARP grant projects, like where we're at with the current projects that we have ongoing and
Yeah,
any updates? Okay,
courthouse generator showed up and it's here when we get everyone coordinated to swap it out. It'll be a few days. Have electrician and they got a small crane to set it. Can't get another forklift without maybe breaking some lines. That's buried underground, so use a small crane to set it with and move the other one out. And we'll work on that here in a few days. And got electrical engineer that's working on the lights at the parking across the street at the annex. So that's working on that. That's only 2 on the ARP project.
okay. Anybody else have anything?
Weather warm up.
Who's that? All right, item 10 is to consider and or approve the burn ban or rescind the burn ban.
So our KBDI still shows to be less than 200. However, with the fires that we've had here recently, we are starting to dry out, as well as looking at some KBDI increases around us within the last week. We are not in a burn ban. However,
Even though it's reported that we were.
yes, even though it was reported
Yeah,
that we were.
we need to flip the signs up. I noticed that. Did you see that thing all over Facebook? Like we were in a burn ban and it was for Hutchinson, North Dakota. So everyone was spreading it all over. I'm like, no, this is not us.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I'll get them.
Yeah, thank you, boy.
Man flipper retired on.
Uh-oh. Dang it. Thank you. Sorry, Alan, to
That's
interrupt.
okay. So present time, I think we hold off on putting the burn ban in place.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, item 11, to consider and or approve request for use of the club rooms at the Border Library of Fritz.
I don't have anything new from last time.
I just have a shower that was this Saturday. And then on the 16th of February, we have a birthday party.
Okay, all right. Do I hear a motion to approve those?
I move to approve the reported events for the Fritz Club Room.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 12 is to consider and or approve any line item changes, transfers, or budget amendments.
We just had some line item transfers for the departments.
Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the line item budget amendments, transfers as presented.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Item 13, consider and or approve any advertising, opening, accepting, or awarding bids.
There are none.
None. All right, item 14, consider and or approve any donations to Hutchinson County. I believe the Sheriff's Department had some donations. Yes, I attached them to the agenda.
So we have with our little remodel we're doing at the front of the office. That first office, when you come into the right, is like a little waiting area, will be some restrict access to the back of the rest of the center side. And that little waiting area, a lot of times we have a lot of kids, and families that come up there, and so it was mentioned what we were wanting to do, and a anonymous donor, I guess, they wanted to donate some equipment for some toys and things like that for the kids that come in there and are in that waiting room.
Awesome.
The little table and a little rug and toys.
Storage container thing, bins, storage bins. Yeah.
So I've kind of tasked Laura with that project of getting that going. So.
Okay. Thank you. Do I hear a motion?
Move to accept the donations as presented.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 15, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations. Anybody have anything?
I went out to the airport, talked to Baltazar. A few things on the buildings that I was a little bit confused about, and the Texas Forest Service out there, their aviation department, got to talk to them. They're excited about doing what they explained, and we are too.
Yes, we are.
And for the future, we may do a little bit more, to hold more planes for them. So that was a good conversation we had.
Good. Anything else? Anybody? Did you want to report on that?
Well, I was going, I can.
Yeah.
So the concrete is, we got a donor who's donating all the funds. So Carson County and Hudson County won't have to pay for the removal of the concrete. And Ben and I met with two contractors who submitted some bids just to the church. And so after all of that was done, we got approved by Amarillo Area Foundation to pay for all the concrete removal and all of that for leftover after the wildfires. And DC Cleachy out of Amarillo is the one who was awarded the bid. Been working on this since October, and I'm just happy that it hasn't been moved yet. And,
Do we have an estimated time when they think they might
so
start
DC
moving now?
Clichy was very detailed in their time frame that they listed. And they said they will have, once they start, they will have anywhere between 21 days to 30 days to have it all gone.
Awesome.
So,
Do they grind it
On
on,
top of it.
yeah,
Do what?
they grind, they have a grinder at their
Good,
plant.
good.
oh, with their plant?
Yeah, so it becomes their material and they sell material to counties,
Mhm.
municipalities. And so this is just something, and they were pretty great to work with. Both of the bidders were Triple F Trucking out of Guyman bid on it. And both of these contractors were super willing to help and do whatever they could. I was, made it fun.
Yeah, awesome. Good. Thanks for your work.
And
on
thanks
that.
Amarillo Area Foundation.
Yeah.
My goodness, they came out of the woodwork just to help, always do. So
Awesome.
Very good.
Okay, anything else on that agenda item? Item 16, then, we do not have any struck off tax properties or tax deeds. So we're on item 17. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Well, I've considered it. I'd like to approve a motion to adjourn.
Right, you could say.
after long
I'll second it.
preparation.
Okay.
Second, all in favor? Meeting adjourned.